What's up, guys? We're at the house today and we're doing some container gardening. As some of you know, we are moving, so we're not going to put in a full garden this year, but we are going to do some container gardening and wanted to make some videos showing you guys some of your options as far as containers go and how we do things. You can really get a lot of produce grown in containers. So come along with us and you can see exactly what we got going on, and maybe we'll give you a few ideas. Alright? This is some old concrete forms that I had whenever I built the shed. This is actually the forms for the footings. These are about 2 foot square, and all I've done is lined them with black plastic. You want to poke some holes in there so it can drain, but that'll keep your dirt contained, and that's a very effective container. Let me get these two finished up and I'll show you what kind of planting medium I'll use. So what I'm mixing in here is half garden soil, whatever type you prefer, and half peat moss. Mix this up. You can mix it right in there. Fill it about half full with the garden soil, top it off with peat moss, mix it in by hand. You're ready to set your plants or your seeds in there. Let me get set up on these two and I'll show you how we do it.
He's like, that's plenty. Alright, y'all, mix it up. Mix it up good now.
You like it? No?
Get it all mixed up. Let's get that stuff turned over. Just try to keep it up. It'll work just fine. So this is the containers we're using this year, but let me get set up and I'll show you some other options. Alright, here's another option, using buckets or containers like this. This is one from Lowe's, I think. The other one's just from the dollar store. Just make sure you poke a few holes in the bottom so they could drain. But containers can be very effective at growing quite an abundant supply of vegetables. And there you go. Our green beans are looking a little bit wilted because we started those indoors. I wanted the kids to see how fast they would grow. I wasn't exactly ready to set them out when they were ready to be sat out, but they should be okay. Day or two they'll stand up, and they look like they're getting ready to start putting on fruit. In the middle there, that is some kind of dwarf sunflower, something the kids picked out. We'll see what that does. And these two beds down here, we've got broccoli and some straight neck squash on this side. There'll be one of those coming up. And we've got another straight neck squash in that one, and a couple cucumber plants. We're going to trellis those out that way. So we'll see how all this does, and we'll we'll give you updates on this in the next day or so. Oh, and the bucket. We've got another straight neck squash in that bucket. We'll see how it does compared to these other raised beds. You can make raised beds from just about anything. Any kind of old wood or buckets, like I said. The only thing you got to worry with raised beds and container gardening is making sure it's got enough water. Especially these buckets like this one here. You've only got a small amount of dirt, so they will dry out relatively quickly. So stay on top of the water and you will see excellent results from container gardening. We'll see you guys on the next one.